All right, guys. So I got pressure washed underneath the hood of the GT here. I actually did it the same day, killed two birds with one stone whenever I pressure washed underneath the hood of the 2000 over there, Mr. Hyde. It looks a lot better under here. You couldn't even see what color the paint was on the sides and everything. So it looks a lot better. But what I want to do now is I want to see if I can work on this interior. Not worried about this. I ordered that from LMR. Everybody knows these things, they break. They don't. This is a very poor design, and it's a shame that Ford kept using it through all those years because it's a very terrible design. There's no support there, and these, you pull on these, they just break. And like Foxcast Media said, if you own one of these cars, it's best to pull them shut down here. That's, you know, not that's not comforting, but because this is what this was designed for, but it's a very poor design. You just wind up breaking it. So I'd like to see if we can get some of this grime off of here. The interior, the seats, this seat here, it actually needs a new seat cover on it. But the rest of the interior here, I'd like to see if we could get the grime and just kind of clean up the interior a little bit. See if we can get it cleaned up. And that's what I actually bought the a Magic Racer for, and the spray nine that I actually wound up using on that hood. And if it doesn't clean the interior of that car right there, which I'm confident it will, we'll see here in a minute, it was worth the money. Those erasers were just a few dollars, and I paid like $4 for that spray nine from Family Dollar. And what it did with that hood, it was worth the money right there, because that is without a doubt the cleanest that hood has been. And I've washed it with several. I even used purple stuff on that hood one time, and it didn't take the stuff that was like growed into the pores. But man, that spray nine, that Magic Eraser, it did the trick. So I'm gonna pull this GT in here, and I'm gonna see if I can work on cleaning that interior a little bit. Let's see if we can make it look better. I want to put this spray nine directly on it. I'm just gonna spray a little bit on this pad, and holy cow! Wow! Man, look at that! Wow! Look at that! And guys, I'm using very minimal effort. Minimal effort. Ooh, look at that. Don't know where that come from, but oh, it come off the rubber up here. Wow. It's gonna have to do for now. Kind of mix that in with the water there. Tremendous improvement, which I'm sure any little bit of cleaning would have made a major improvement. But that stuff was really embedded in there. Man, you get that thing dried up a little bit there. Well, that's a pretty good improvement. That looks a lot better. All right. Tackle this seat. It's very dirty. Like I say, you know, not used a lot in cleaning it, but let's just see how well this will clean up. looks like it's working better if I put the stuff directly on it. This may be a little too strong for this seat, but that's okay, because you know it's not like the seats doesn't need replacing. Tell you what, I'm gonna rub this in a little bit. I'm gonna massage it in a little bit. I may need to get me another eraser. All right, guys, I got us another eraser here. Let's see what we got going on with this. I think my other eraser was giving up on me. Wow. Woo. Look at that. Holy cow. Yeah, I can feel the eraser gripping a lot better. I can feel it gripping a lot better. All right, guys. I bought some other stuff as well. I've seen where some people would use some of this Awesome. So I sprayed a little bit of this Awesome right here onto the older pad. The first pad we used, it cleaned it up pretty good. This is where I put it on. I think we're going to go with the Awesome. I also seen where you dilute this down as well, but I tried my same method. I sprayed a little bit on this pad with this damp pad, and that seemed to work pretty good. So I'm going to see what it'll do with the front side of this seat here, and see if you guys can see the difference as well, because this looks pretty good. Maybe it's just my eyes. Is this the same color? It looks like, I'm afraid it took, the spray nine was just a little too strong. This don't look quite as light as that, but this right here would be the test. We're gonna check it out right here. I'll use the Awesome right here on this, and we'll see what we got. That's in there pretty good, and I can't tell if that's grime or it's the dye coming off the leather. I think it's the dye. Not seeing much difference there, guys. That's really, seems to be really ground in. I'm not seeing a great improvement right there. Did really good over here, but in here, which we can't expect much. I mean, really look how terrible this seat is. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. This definitely just not seeing the improvement we need to see here. I'm glad I tested it on this seat, not that one over yonder, so we'll figure out something different here. So what I did, I just went ahead, just for the heck of it, grabbed a spray 9, just sprayed it directly on the seat, gonna let it soak. I'm gonna try the rag and just see, because I think what's going on is the eraser might be just a little too abrasive, which, you know, I understand that's what it's for, but I'm going to try it on this seat. I'm going to let this spray 9, I'm going to let it soak in a little bit. I'm going to massage it in. I'm going to massage it in like this right here. Maybe, hopefully, it doesn't, maybe it won't take, but even if it does, we're experimenting here, so let's see what we get. Massage it in. Just massage it in a little bit there. And then I'm going to let it soak. I'm going to let it soak a little bit. We'll see what we got. Well, that seems to work pretty good. We're going to go for broke here, and I'm going to spray it down and let it soak again. What the heck? Let's just rub the old seat down all the way with it one more time. We know we're not trying to save this seat, so might as well experiment with it. I'm gonna rinse this rag out. Massage it in. This rag's, it's a little damp now. I rinsed it out. Well, I think that looks a lot better. I personally do. You know, I don't, like I said, I don't know what color these seats were brand new. Got to look better than it did, guys. Worn leather is not that pretty to look at, but grime, it's no turn on either. So, all right, I think we've done what we can do with this seat. Maybe this was the original color. On the other videos I've seen where people clean leather seats with their racer and what have you with these products and different products, even though the seats didn't look that bad to me, they still look lighter. So I'm going to go off the assumption that all this car's interior is grungy. Of course, we would expect it to be. So I'm going to go off the fact that maybe this was pretty close to the color it was, and we're just cleaning it back to its original color. That's what I'd like to believe anyway. There's some shards of glass from the windshield I'm still finding. But anyways, all right, guys. There she is. I think she looks better. I mean, the lighting in here in my shop's not that great, and I'm in Florida. It's like 85 degrees out there, and we're just starting. It'll be well over 100 here in a few more weeks, so that's why I'm in the shop in the shade. So the lighting could be better, but what do you guys think? Improvement? Did I go too far with the eraser versus the rag, or should I just use the rag right to start with? All right, guys, you tell me.